Fandango. I am the Sandman, and you're listening to Jobber Radio Podcast. Solutions for life, motherfuckers.
It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Oh, wrestling podcast featuring Matt Zion, Bomber Rap, Scott and Lee, and the one and only Peanut. It's Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Bitches.
This doesn't look as strong as All In. So already it's a step below. The idea here that, this is so much better. No, it isn't. It drives me nuts.
I consider you a valued friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That means the world to me right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jobber Radio. I am Jake, a.k.a. Bomber, and I got the outsiders here today. First of all, Scott. Scott, how are you doing? How are you doing right now?
I'm confused. I'm first? You're announcing me first?
You are very first.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
So
well, after me, that is. But so second.
Well, you didn't even say it. Well, you did. Okay.
Yeah, it was quick.
No, I'm good. It's the outsiders. That's all you need.
That's it. That's
ironically,
all we ever need, apparently.
Oh, well, yeah. Ironically, though, it's not because, people aren't paying attention to the product. No, they're legit busy or on their way to AEW. So,
That is right.
It's wrestling related for some. We can allow it.
Yep. And yeah, we got Lee here. Lee, how are you doing? Why are you not going to AEW? That's my first question.
Well, you know damn well why, Bomber. Here's the thing. This little break has been good for me. If people don't know, Bomber put me into sensitivity training for the last couple weeks. So right. I've been doing that. He has fined me, so I'm not getting any Patreon dollars this month.
Yeah.
But it's been very good for me. I'm no longer going to refer to our listeners as marks. They are now our valued friends, and I now agree with everything Bomber has to say.
It's about time. It's about time somebody agrees with me.
Hold on a second. You were getting some of the Patreon dollars?
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything about that.
This guy coming in here. Get out of here. All right. So, there are a lot of things to talk about. Yes, as we mentioned or hinted at, Matt Zion is on his way, or if he's not already there, I'm not sure. But he's
streaming right now.
Oh, well, okay. He is not there. Yeah. Wait, well then, goddamn it. I mean, okay. Well,
whatever. He literally said he's not been paying attention to the product.
Well, we tried to. I actually wanted to get him on because he was going to AEW. I wanted to get his hype and all that. But I thought he would not be. Okay.
He might have mixed up what day it was. He's done that before too. We mentioned the Patreon. Let's just pimp that right now and get that out there too.
Yeah. Did you want to do it?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll do it then.
You run the thing. You know all the stuff about it. I don't want to get it wrong.
Patreon.com/Jobber Radio. Get in there. There are different tiers. You can just jump. We can jump in and do $1 if you want. You can do the bare minimum. That is perfectly fine and always accepted. Just $2 though. Get you some behind the scenes stuff. Our prep work for some of the podcasts and some of the best in the business, where we break down, how people actually made it into the brackets and stuff. And then, as you go, you're going to get perks, $10. And then there's a $20 one where you actually get to pick a topic for best in the business, which is, so far, we've only had Mr. Red. Thank you, Red, for that. And if you guys haven't already, you need to go check out his topic that he selected, which was best in the business, greatest WWE debut. So you need to go check that out. That was our latest one. So
yeah, listen to that and sign up to our Patreon, valued friends.
Very valued.
See, if I'd said I'd be like, you can, go to the Patreon and get stuff like things, because you've been modifying it. So yeah, you do it better than I did for that one.
But yeah, there's all kinds of little perks in there. Go check it out if you haven't already. We would appreciate it very much. So let's get into, first of all, one of the biggest things that's happened since our the last podcast, and that is obviously Money in the Bank took place. People are, believe it or not, outraged. Oh my God, Brock Lesnar is Mr. Money in the Bank, and people for the most part, not everybody, for the most part, are furious. I want to get your guys' takes on this first. First of all, we'll go with Scott. Scott, what is your opinion? This is your personal opinion on Brock Lesnar being Mr. Money in the Bank.
I kind of like the idea in a specific way. Basically, he doesn't show up all the time. So the idea of him having the case isn't like it's a constant looming threat, because you don't know, like, is he going to be there or not? Well, most times he's not. So maybe you're safe, and it lets your guard down for when he is, and oh god. At the same time, he can literally show up out of nowhere like he did to come into the match. Which, for the record, people said the Money in the Bank pay-per-view sucked. It was a great, fun show, and the Money in the Bank match was crazy good. And
Amazing.
Literally, him coming out at the end doesn't ruin the whole show. Stop saying that.
People are, oh my god. Yeah,
So
that's what I was. Yeah.
That's one. I know people are upset because these guys busted their asses for 25 minutes and he came out there and climbed a ladder. Okay, he dropped a ladder on camera guys' heads and threw it in Ali's face. I get it. And does that kind of suck? Yeah. But that's what they do. That's where we are. So, I mean, you can keep complaining about it and, vote with your dollars because they're fine for money and that's what's really going to change things. And now we have him as Money in the Bank. The thing I do like, probably more than I should, is him carrying the briefcase like it's a boombox.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
I don't know why that's great, but I love that. It's just so silly, and it works.
People hate on Brock Lesnar so much, but when he shows up, he gives everyone countless memes all the time.
Like, love him or hate him. Like, okay, so, I hate this company. I hate what they're doing. No, you don't like Brock Lesnar because he won. They got you. You mark. Oh, no, I'm doing it.
Oh,
Anyway,
oh my god, we flipped the script.
But I like it. And I like the tease of going after Kofi or going after Seth. I like the back and forth. By rights, he normally would have had a title match anyway, but that's its own thing. I do want to mention the other Money in the Bank thing that we don't have anymore because Bayley already cashed the thing in. And Becky lost one of her belts. I would have liked Bayley going after Becky. Like, which champion she's going to go after? Becky has both. It doesn't matter. She's going to come for her. That was a cool thing we didn't get because it already cashed in.
Yeah.
But I like Brock as that. Should it be someone else? Absolutely. Would any of the other guys been a better choice? 100%. But I'll enjoy it for what it is. It's no. Well, I literally, like, Brock Lesnar, of all things, does not need Money in the Bank.
Well,
like, there's no reason for him to have that to cash in because they've had it before where it's like, I want a title shot. Okay, you have one. He just declares the damn thing. He's never needed this. I guess that's me with the history. He's never needed this to get a title shot. So why does he need that? Like, it's weird. That's weird. And anybody else would have benefited, but I don't know. He's got a boombox, so it's fun.
I will say, you say anyone else, I guarantee you people would argue that Baron Corbin would be worse than Brock Lesnar's.
You know what? And I agree with that because we saw him with the case and he did fuck all with it and it wasn't good.
That is true. It was kind of a waste.
But would smarmy Baron Corbin with the title coming out there be a thing to get jeers from the crowd? Absolutely.
Oh, he would be gold.
And it would have worked. It would. So I still say that would have been fine.
Yeah,
would people have liked it? No.
Oh, they would. Yeah, they would.
Would people have been saying, "Oh, this company's dumb. Oh, nobody likes him"? True. But he's got the case and they boo him, and that's actually going to take him out of the get off my screen heat that we keep saying into legit. Oh no, it's him. He's got the case. Boo you! Like. Mm-hmm. It would have actually helped him, I think, in a way.
So, Lee, I don't know if you watched the Money in the Bank show or not, but
yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, what are your thoughts, personal opinion, on Brock Lesnar walking away with the briefcase?
Usual fucking stupid WWE stuff that makes no sense. Like, how does he get in the match all of a sudden? Whatever, don't matter. I think this just goes to show that Money in the Bank has run its course, and they should just drop it as a gimmick or get rid of it for a while until it's useful again. Because if you're giving the case to someone like Brock Lesnar, then what does it even mean anymore? Brock Lesnar gets a title shot every fucking time he comes back. He doesn't need Money in the Bank to get a title shot. I mean, the way the rules are so like just wishy-washy with him anyway. He could probably walk into any fucking match, and they just have to say, "Oh, Paul Heyman at the last minute negotiated his contract to get him in for this match for the triple threat or whatever for the title." He doesn't need a fucking Money in the Bank to cash in, which is just stupid. So I was like, okay, I'm not mad at it or anything because I generally don't care about the product anymore. So it was just kind of disappointing. It was like, yeah, it's the obvious status quo thing that the WWE is going to do. They want to counter book against the smart fans, quote unquote, and just be dicks. And that's what they're doing. They're just being dicks.
Now, okay, I don't want to. I'm glad Zion's not here for this part. So I really don't have a bad problem with this, only because it worked so well. Yes, it surprised people and stuff like that. Yes. I'm talking about it actually made it exciting. The match itself was good. And as I said on Discord, I think I said on Twitter, this Money in the Bank match that they had was fantastic. Well, I think it's one of my favorites in the past, I don't know, 5 years plus, maybe more. I don't know. I have to go back and look at them. But it was one of my favorite Money in the Bank matches in a long time. And I did see people go, "Oh, it was all ruined by Brock Lesnar coming out." And I mean, this is my personal opinion, but I think it added to the show, to the match. Nobody expected it. Everybody thought Sami Zayn might have came back out or Braun Strowman because that was the whole thing that they were teasing through the show. Like, who took out Sami Zayn? Everybody thought it was Braun Strowman, but it was Brock Lesnar. He came out. The fact that he threw the ladder and hit the camera guys, see, to me, it's so weird when people get mad at that stuff. Yeah, he kind of, he fucked up a little bit, but it looked like it was more real. It felt more, this guy's coming out, he's just throwing shit out of the way, and it just feels, it's got a more real feel to it, I mean, this is my opinion. But all I saw was, he's unsafe. Oh, he's so terrible. Why do they still hire him? I'm like, oh.
Dude, that literally could have been an accident, and we don't know that he didn't apologize to them and give them each a bottle of wine after for all. Like we don't know what happened afterwards. We just know. Oh fuck,
that's Brock. I don't think he apologized.
I know, but nobody knows that.
Well,
it's easy to be like, oh damn him. But it's an accident. Well, and is he careless? Sure, but
well, see, I'm more looking at it as whether he apologized, didn't apologize, whatever. See, to me, that doesn't matter. I don't know if that's the wrong way to look at it. I look at it as it looked more realistic. It looked more.
Oh, did it help things? Yeah. Joe's nose getting busted up escalated that.
Oh, I saw. That was bad.
Like stuff like that. Like, was it meant to happen? No. Was it an accident? Yeah. Was it unsafe? Yeah. Did it help? Yeah. It's wrestling. They make a history of using the weird situations for their benefit, and there you go. Sometimes they'll squander it, other times no. Brock Lesnar coming out there like an absolute destroyer, taking out guys at ringside, kind of got across the literal point of him coming in, taking out guys at ringside.
Yeah.
It literally was the point. So, yeah.
Now, and the last part about why I don't really think Brock is that bad for Money in the Bank is if, for example, if Ali would have won or somebody like that. Guys, we've been down this road so many times. I feel like we would get the same old thing. I know they try to change it up a little bit, but it's always the same. I can't tell you all the differences and all the Money in the Banks. Their runs have been so similar over the years. Brock Lesnar's, at least at this moment, feels like it's going to be more exciting, more like you were talking about, literally what you were just talking about, Scott, about how we don't know, and like he's not on every show. He's not going to come out every single show with the briefcase and just flaunt it in your face. It's more of a sporadic thing, and I feel like I just feel it's better. I just feel it's going to be good. But I don't know. Again, I know Zion will be calling me a goddamn Brock Lesnar apologist in here. But
yeah.
Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think it's possible that this could be better than several of the recent runs? I guess we. It's
not the worst choice, but I mean,
no, it's inspired in its own weird way. It's also lazy. It's like, okay, that's different.
I mean,
but it's just Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it's that symptom of, okay, let's go with Brock again. It's like they have nobody else that's really credible. Like sad as it is, Brock's the only credible guy.
People were on board for Ali winning it. Like, the crowd was listening. The crowd was there.
Sure. Yeah.
Will that benefit him later? Cool, yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
And
maybe.
that's the kind of thing. Well, I mean, if they do it right, or he benefits from it.
Well,
yeah.
you know, if Vince doesn't get tired of him,
Yeah, I mean he's been
he'll
getting
be another Fandango.
Oh God, yeah, he's been getting pretty good. I've heard Vince was huge on Fandango though, from what I heard. No,
Fandango, pal! Goddamn!
no, I heard that he's getting. I mean, he's getting good reaction from the crowd. The crowd actually popped when he came out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who the crowd did not react to when they came out. Andrade.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
That is more of a localized crowd thing. Like they were in Hartford.
Yeah,
like
that's a good
it's
point.
not like they were like a Chicago or a Miami or a New York. They were in Hartford. It may as well have been like I can't even like Winnipeg. It's like, well, okay, it's fans, but it's not like it was just a weird thing. So not everybody works everywhere
And
yet, and that's one of Andrade's things. He'll get there,
I
like
hope
more
so,
exposure, Fox exposure. It'll all be good. But right now, that's all right.
Yeah,
we like Ali.
racist
We like
crackers.
Finn. We like these guys. Well, I didn't say that, but you know.
Yeah, see, because when he came out, because he was one of a lot of people's favorites to win the thing. At least I thought he was one of the favorites. And when he came out, like no one reacted. I was like, oh shit, that's not good. I mean, not like they were gonna change it on the fly or anything like that. But when he came out, I was like, oh damn, that's not good. Like especially like if Vince is watching and he comes out, I mean, you just usually put two and two together. Vince can be like, well, this fucker ain't working anywhere. But yeah, you are right. It's more of a just straight WWE fan base as far as where they were at instead of the more smart fans where they actually respect the in ring in the work in the ring.
Like overall, anybody if any of them had won the case, it would have been generic stuff like we've seen.
It could have been. I'm not saying it would have been, but
it could have been.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar does something different, but will it be the same kind of thing? Yeah. I mean, a big rumor is that he's going to cash in at Super Showdown in like 2 weeks, and then the case is over. And that's 2 cases gone in like 3 weeks.
Wow, that would really
like like Lee was saying. It's like maybe it's run its course. Maybe it's
that could be a way to look at it. I mean, that's possible. Especially if they get rid of both of them so quick. They've never done that before. That would be.
I mean, if they loosen the rules enough, where it gets to the point where like, you can go for any title you want. Now they can go for the fucking 24/7 title.
Oh my god. Oh, we'll talk about that one coming up. So the last thing I wanted to talk about with the money as far as the matches go, the women's one, I do like how Bayley cashed in. And no, that's right. I forgot. We were talking about it in chat. I remember we were talking about Discord. It would have been so much cooler if she would have took out Becky. Wait, time out.
The swerve.
Yes, the swerve that we were talking about. Yes, the swerve. It would have been a little cooler, a little more fun, but like out of nowhere, she looks like she's going to take Charlotte, and then she takes Becky out and takes the Raw title from Becky. That just would have been so much cooler. But then, I mean, it just felt like it was the same thing from last year. Like I thought that was the way where they could have pitched, like went down another path, as opposed to doing exactly what they did last year, just having, hey, I won the briefcase, I'm going to come out, cash in, and walk away. They could have at least made it a little different if they would have went with Becky, but they went with Charlotte, the expected route, and so I don't know. I just wasn't. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Because I wasn't really big on the doing the same exact thing as last year type deal. The women cashing in their briefcase right after they win it. So, what are your guys' thoughts?
The only thing I have to say that's good about that woman's Money in the Bank and the fact that Bayley cashed in is that she puts the ass in cash in.
There you go.
That's about it.
All right.
Even though there's not 2 S's there, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, you hold it a little bit longer. Yeah. So what were your thoughts, Scott?
He definitely wants to hold it a bit longer.
Oh, there it is.
It literally is the same thing that happened last time.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, we're doing it again. That's lame. And it's just like, oh, okay. It wasn't. It was a cool, awesome moment for Bayley, who won the match and then won the title, and the crowd loved it, and they were all into it. And like, okay, the end result is they got Bayley over. Cool. And Charlotte's like a 9-time champion now, so that's part of that mission checked.
Interesting.
And it showed that Becky can't overcome everything. Fair enough. Because even like as much as people want to say, oh, they ruined Becky. No, Stone Cold lost a lot. He just bounced back. So like it's that kind of thing. Like they don't always just are invincible. So it's fair. They're only human. So nothing really was bad about it. But the whole point was it was Money in the Bank. There's no reason it couldn't have been like a number one contendership. And Kim there said, "Oh, defend against me right now. If you're the man, you can do it." The only difference is with the case, they have to. Like, how many times have we seen, oh, if you want to be really champion, you defend against me right now, and they talk him into it. That's really all this has become.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, there's the idea like, oh, what if it's against Becky instead, or what this, that. I would have liked it better to see like, oh, Bayley can cash in on either women's champion, except Becky has both belts. We've never seen that. That's kind of neat. That would have been a fun thing. Mm-hmm. We literally are already out of that. So
yeah,
that was like the one shot to get that.
It just drives me nuts how they copied something so soon, because just at WrestleMania they did the same exact finish for the Battle Royal, the Women's Battle Royal, which we talked about before on the show. They did the same exact carbon copy. This one wasn't as carbon copy as the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal was, but it was pretty much the same outcome, and they did it back-to-back WWE pay-per-views. That's crazy to me. 2 pay-per-views in a row, they mimicked this thing from last year. Think about that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I know a lot of people say I don't give WWE a lot of shit, but that's bullshit. That's, in my opinion, I will agree when a lot of people say they're getting lazy. That seems really lazy when they do the same exact thing back-to-back pay-per-views. So, yeah. Anything else from Money in the Bank that you guys wanted to bring up from the actual pay-per-view?
Finn Balor's a madman for taking those bumps.
Oh, God. Dude, that match was so
sunset
good.
Flip power bomb, and then the suplex, and then on the side of he's a crazy man.
That was the worst to me. The little like choke slam onto the edge of the ladder.
Oh,
yeah,
that was terrible.
That was, oh man.
You're not going to go anywhere doing those bumps either. They're not going to care. Just don't do it, Finn. I did like I liked AJ Seth. I thought that was a really good match, and they busted out some neat moves, and that's about it.
There was something. I think there was something else. Oh, the Roman Elias thing. Never mind. That wasn't that. That was. Yeah.
That was them. They had their cake and ate it too. They literally didn't want to put Elias in a match and wanted to have a performance, but he was in a match, so he had a performance and then had the match. Like in the Discord chat, I was even saying like, well, that's about right for Roman to get up from a guitar hit. What did you expect, Elias? Like that's why did you think he was going to be down for the count from that?
Just taking him to the hospital.
It's about right. Yeah.
I thought the steel cage match was pretty decent. Oh god, I forgot that Lee's in here. But the steel cage match was pretty good, I thought.
No,
it wasn't great.
I'm not saying it was like an all-time best steel cage match, but it was entertaining.
Shane has no business being in a fucking ring.
He held his own for what like
his own for what we could barely hold his breath.
For what we could expect from him, I mean, it was pretty decent. And the finish.
You keep making excuses for this fucking guy. You can't work.
At least admit that the finish was a little bit creative. They haven't done that before. They at least came up with a new finish. We all expected him to go flying off the cage somehow or something, but slipping through his shirt, that is at least creative.
Oh yeah, that's great how the Miz just looks like even more of a fucking dork now.
I was about to say it makes him look like he's incompetent.
Well, I mean.
But that's not what they're going for.
Depends how you look at it.
It makes it look like Shane escaped. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Miz is incompetent. Oh, why? Like, why would you think, I'll hold on to his shirt. That'll keep him from going. Whoop.
Well, is that enough that you're booking the Miz as a face and that he can't do a fucking figure 4 to save his life? Don't let him fucking look like a doofus as well.
I mean, if you look at the realism factor, which you should probably never do in wrestling, but if I was in a real cage match with somebody and I was trying to pull them up, I would probably reach down and like try to pull them up by their shirt if that's what I could reach and grab.
No, that's right, but I mean, we've never seen it in a match before, and there's probably good reason, because it's kind of like, oh, yeah, it's a clever way for the villain to escape, but it makes the good guy look dumb, and it's not something you can just wave off enough to be like, oh, he pulled one over on him. No, he literally was hanging there, and Miz is like, this will work. Oh, no, it didn't.
Shane would be a great heel manager, but they keep putting him in the ring.
I'm actually curious where this goes because obviously now at Super Showdown, Reigns is going to be facing Shane McMahon. So, like, what's up with the Miz stuff? Do you guys have an idea?
Well, that's 2-0 for Shane too.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, is it over? Was that like it? Do you think? I mean, obviously we don't know, but
Kind of hope so. Unless the Miz comes in, the fucking Reigns can't handle Shane because he's the best in the world, so the Miz has to come in and trip Shane up so Reigns can win, like the distraction roll-up pin bullshit that they always do. Fuck this company.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hold on now. I wouldn't be surprised. I probably shouldn't say this, but Reigns might lose to Shane McMahon. Yes. I would not be surprised if he did sneak in a win at Super Showdown.
The only way I'll ever think that's a good idea is if Shane makes his new finishing move like the Cancernator or the Cancerplex or the Cancer Punch or something like that after he wins. If he does that, then I'll be like, okay, I like Shane McMahon.
Now you're on board. Just give somebody cancer right away. Bam. Well, I just connected the dots. Yeah, because it's Roman. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to finish up there or they're actually going to, like, if Shane comes out and screws with him and it leads to another pay-per-view, I don't know if they're going to plan on going all the way to SummerSlam. I don't know what they got planned here, but I guess we'll...
Oh my god, he hit him with the leukemia kick!
God, get out of here. We'll see where it goes. As far as the rest of the pay-per-view goes... as far as the rest of the pay-per-view goes, I think... that's it for me. Do you guys have any other highlights you want to talk about?
No, thumbs down. And Luke Gray just tried to do a run-in. How did he do that?
I actually realized
we're not in private chat. We're in voice chat.
I realized we're in the wrong chat on Discord. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, oh shit. Well, we already started, but yeah, I forgot. We usually do thumbs up, thumbs down. So Lee, you say you would give Money in the Bank as a pay-per-view thumbs down?
Big thumbs down.
Oh, okay. Scott, what would you give it?
I'd give it a thumbs up. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of dumb stuff, but I mean that's par for the course, which is the regretful part of WWE right now. Like it's not always good, and you got to take it with some bad. But I can say I've seen that for a long time. Is other stuff better? Maybe. Do I like this stuff? Yeah. Are there bad ones? Sure. That's fine. I enjoyed it. I did not regret my time spent. So.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, I don't think I can give a fair thumbs up, thumbs down because I haven't seen the whole pay-per-view yet. I was busy doing stuff, so I only saw the second half, which I did enjoy. I enjoyed, like I said, Money in the Bank match, the main event, quite a bit. So if I went on, half of the pay-per-view, I would give it a thumbs up from what I did watch. But unfortunately, I don't think I can give a fair overall review. But okay, so that was Money in the Bank. We should definitely talk about the brand new 24/7 championship. This past Monday, Mick Foley came out and announced a new title. It's the big green belt, kind of look like the Saudi Arabia.
Rewind
strap.
it a tiny bit because they said during Money in the Bank, Mick Foley will be on Raw unveiling a new title.
Yeah,
and they had people had 24 hours to speculate what it could be.
Yes,
just enough time to get themselves disappointed, which is
par
for the course for everything as of late. And they're disappointed for a stupid goddamn reason.
Thank you for. I have so many things to say about that part, but yes,
we'll get there. We'll get into there because the speculation was it was a hardcore title, it was a European title, it was a Legends title, it was a 24/7 title, there was who knows what it could be. It was a cross-brand title. I know people in Discord they want to see the titles unified. It was one for that. It was all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And then when you don't get it, they're like, oh well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Now
even though they did get it.
Yeah, even though a lot of people did. But you know why? It's the look. It's the look. People really hate the look of the title.
So, I'm sorry, I'm kind of running away with this, but it's been frustrating me ever since I realized something with this damn 24/7 title.
Sure.
He brought it out there, he put it in the middle of the ring and said, whoever gets it first gets it. And immediately all the no-names come out there for it.
Yep.
And it's a scramble match. And I watched the match. It's all like 3-4 minutes. It was fun. But it's useless in the sense that it's literally all these nobodies doing the same thing back in the hardcore title days. Where, well, I mean, in the back, R-Truth hit a quick Robert Roode hit and pinned him. Well, that would never happen in a match, but it's going to happen here. It's this thing. And the whole idea is it's 24/7. It can be on any brand. They even said like UK 205 social media, so like up, down, down on their Twitter. They'll broadcast it, whatever. It's open to go everywhere. So all the people wanting a cross-brand title, you got one.
Yeah.
It's 24/7. You got that. Oh, but we wanted the hardcore title. It is that.
Yeah,
it's literally.
yeah.
They even said, anything's legal when R-Truth was beating Rude. It's the hardcore title in all but name. Why are you upset? You got what you wanted. Is the hardcore title. It's a PG named hardcore title.
Yeah.
Why are you upset? Is
Like-
the belt dumb? Yeah, it's a big clock looking thing. It's stupid looking. But whatever. Like,
Yeah, I think.
why are
it's-
people?
I
I'm
think-
upset because it's the same damn thing over again, and we're just copying because we got 3 champions in one
Yeah.
night. Here we go again. They're doing nothing new with it, and we get EC3 and No Way Jose on there looking like absolute goofballs
Yeah.
when it's a waste of talent. And it gets something to do. That's not the way to do it, though. That's literally lazy stuff. Remember when the hardcore title was a unique thing they brought in?
It
And
was.
24/7 was a cool new thing? We're already at the point where they're rehashing that.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it, Lee?
Well, I never thought the 24/7 hardcore title was all that great either. Like they do like 10 fucking title changes on one show and shit like that. It seems at times. And that
man.
was just terrible. Like I hated that. And you know what? This is just a symptom of having too much TV time. They need something. They need some sort of focus to give all their fucking jobbers in the back something to do. And this is what they do with it. It's stupid. It's the problem. They want to give everyone something to do when not everybody on the roster should be a person with something to do. Some people on the roster should be there to job, and that should be all they do. They shouldn't be in backstage segments. They shouldn't be doing comedy bits. They should be there to fucking job. But no, we
Yeah.
got to put them in a title hunt. We got to play hot potato with it. And waste people's time. It's a big waste of time, and it's another reason why I don't want to watch the damn show, because it's just like, why am I watching this horse shit?
I was calling it the hot potato title. Because
it is. Yeah,
yeah.
it's true.
It's the other thing that bugs me about it is people were like, our Discord chat. I am not shitting on anybody in this, but they were like, "This Raw is amazing. This makes up for last night," and because of this title was a huge factor.
Really?
Because they were interested, they were on board. It worked.
Well,
this
that's good.
whole thing is reportedly a ploy to get things going to have the third hour of Raw better. And we'd heard about the third hour of Raw being a drop-off before because the cruiserweights were headlining it for a while. Remember that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
So this has been a thing, and USA reportedly had ideas, and most of them were reportedly bad. And this was reportedly the best one that USA had. It's 24/7 title, so they brought it in.
I mean,
it's the third hour focus. It's the thing for that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I get that, and it gets people watching. But then people were upset the title didn't change hands on SmackDown. And immediately, I'm sitting here going, just because it can change hands doesn't mean it should.
That I didn't see anybody say that, but yeah, that would be ridiculous. Yeah, that they're mad that it didn't change.
But they want to see. I'm going to tune in everything to see the title changes.
Now
cool.
that's good.
It was
That
literally
is-
one that Mick Foley made up and put on the floor. But you want to tune in to watch? Mission accomplished. Why do you care about this green belt? I don't understand. It's.
I will say, I do think it is a good idea if they're trying to keep people to stick around to see, hey, maybe so and so will win the title. Maybe it is. I think it is a good idea. And if I know it is a rehash and stuff from a long time ago, which a lot of people don't like. Newer fans, younger fans, probably don't remember any of the hardcore title stuff. And to me personally, when I remember watching it, I know it wasn't for everybody, but I really enjoyed the hardcore title thing because it was always something different. And I know now if they copy stuff, it's not going to feel different for us because we're older when we've seen it all. But because you got the stuff going on in the ring. It's the not saying the same old, but it's more like a formula as far as how the wrestling works. And with the title changing hands backstage and in a parking lot and at a bar and on the street and stuff, that always to me drew my attention quite a bit. That's why I remember the hardcore title very fondly. But if they do the same things to me and to you guys too, I assume it's going to grow old if they do the same exact stuff because we've already seen it.
It not only that, but it's at least with the hardcore title, you could wave things away where he hit him in the head with a garbage can. That's why he was able to pin him so quick. They're not really doing that. It is anything goes. So, like they said, there can be quote unquote hardcore, but it's going to be silly stuff like he bumped him into a door and bonked his head on it. It's going to be that kind of stuff. It's not going to be hardcore matches. So I get that edge isn't coming back. For people who thought it would, it's not coming back.
Yeah, that's going to be
on this product.
Letdown.
If it's its own separate show, maybe, but it's not going to be on Raw.
Well,
so stop getting upset when it doesn't. People set themselves up for their own disappointment.
The original 24/7 rule of the original hardcore title didn't really have that edge either. There was no edge to the hardcore division in the WWF.
Oh no! But you could at least wave your hand away. Well, that's how Raven was able to pin Van Dam.
Yeah, it was all done.
You don't even have that now. It's like, how did R-Truth beat Robert Roode? How did he beat him? He just bumped his head on the car door and rolled him up.
It's all dumb because the way they float their guys around, it's just going to make everybody look more like a bigger joke. It's bad enough that most of their mid-card is just full of guys who get stagnated pushes and then go back into the ether. Now they're all just floating around the ether, joking around with this stupid joke title that doesn't mean shit. Like, what does this title get you? Does it get you any prestige? Does it get you a bigger payday? Does it get you another title shot somewhere else?
So why do you want to fight for it, to have it, to be
exactly.
Like, why is it worth that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say like we're looking into it too much, but it to me, if comparing it to the hardcore title, it always it's like just to be something different. People say it's always to give somebody to do. R-Truth hasn't been doing much since he was the greatest United States champion the past fucking 5 years. By the way, still sticking to that. I don't know about 5 years. That's probably too far. But at least now I'm following him on Twitter now and watching all his videos, and the fact that he keeps calling the 24/7 title the European 24/7 title is fucking fantastic. I love it.
It's great.
He actually he actually poured water on it. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it was pretty hilarious.
It's going to be fun. They're going to do this stuff with it for a while. Then it's going to go to someone like Seth Rollins, who will make it hot for like a month, and no one will be able to get it off him because it'll be a big star who has it, and then he'll get a fluke loss to somebody else.
Yeah.
We know how this works. It happened with the hardcore title with The Undertaker and stuff.
And Rob Van Dam.
Some guys like us have seen it before, but we know it's going to happen and it's run its course.
I don't see Seth Rollins ever having it.
I just threw a name at it. But
I could see them doing it with Finn Balor.
I want to see Brock get it. And everybody goes quiet. Anyway.
But like if it was important, why aren't important people going after it?
Because they're better than that. I don't know. I'm just.
But then why is anybody going to devalue themselves to it?
I don't know.
And I know. I literally know that we're looking into it too far. But I always say, and I look at guilty pleasure movies. I love these movies. But if you can't look at it analytically and have it hold up, it's not that great. And if you're like, you're overthinking it. No, I'm thinking it. And it doesn't work. There's no reason. Like Titus O'Neil, I want to be the first. Cool, I get that. You want to be the first one. Robert Roode, I'll win it off you. Oh my God, now I'm going to run for the rest of the day and forever as long as I have it. Why?
Yeah.
What's the prestige involved?
I mean, it does.
To say you are?
It definitely pigeonholes guys, because, I mean, if R-Truth would come out to a match, which, I mean, like I said, he hasn't really been doing much, but if he came out, everything would focus around that, and then it would just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll give them credit, though. They definitely managed to make a fucking belt uglier than their big main titles.
See, that's why I think it's getting more heat than anything, is the look.
That's a big reason. I mean, it's not called the hardcore title, so automatic hatred, even though it literally is an all but name.
Yeah.
And it looks like a big round clock, right? Like that's like a clock face.
It's very.
And I thought how weird that is, because that's so old-minded, because I don't even think of that when I think of a clock anymore. It's like digital type analog stuff. That's more what I think. That would have made more sense.
Hey,
maybe they would have gotten a copyright issue with 24, like the show. They couldn't have used that logo, but it was like, that's how old school that mentality is. It's a clock face. They don't use those.
You know what they should have done? They should have just used a clock on it. It's the 24/7. Put a real live clock in it with batteries and everything.
There it is. And then you can smash it over people. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
And I say that we'd use those clocks in our office, but no one really thinks of that because that's not really what a clock
You know what? I guess
in the modern day is.
I guess I'm an idiot because let me pause for a second. Because I didn't even realize it was supposed to look like a clock.
Yeah, no, I thought of it afterwards. It's got to be what it is. Why else is it round?
I mean, I just thought it was a bad belt.
I've
design.
not gotten a good look at it. I'm going to try to Google it.
I thought it was a bad belt design. I didn't know it was supposed to be like a clock. I mean, it might not. I have no idea.
It's
but
ugly as shit.
It is.
I'm looking for a picture of it.
It is very ugly, and why a green strap is very interesting choice. There's so many different very interesting.
Money?
I guess.
Okay, so it literally has 24/7 in the middle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big WWE logo on the top. The top half is just like 4 lines of gold rounding down for the curve. And under that is the words champion. And maybe I'm making it look like a clock, but the champion, it's positioned almost like numbers on a clock, and the slash should be like clock hands. If they at least did that, maybe, I might have overthought what this belt actually looks like.
Oh, I see.
Also, its side plates are blank.
Are they really? Like, really blank?
What's the... There's like little edges in the corners, but what's the point?
I see what you're saying. I'm looking at the belt now. I see with the champion, those look like the numbers on a clock. I see what you're saying.
Right, you can see a clock in that.
I see what you're saying. Yep, I see what you're saying.
But
They should put some pictures of clown shoes on those side plates.
There you go. Yeah, to me, I'm not really against the thought of it. I think the thought of it is good. I think it is smart for WWE, like I said, but I am actually with everybody else. God damn, whoever approved that design needs help or something. They should not be in charge of picking fucking designs if they chose that.
I don't hate on it for what it is, but it's like, this is not how, like, this does not fix Raw. For all the people who said it's going to fix it, no.
It's a temporary. It's temporary thing. It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun thing. Like, believe me, I love wacky titles and title histories. So I'm like, that's cool. That'll be fun to track. That's neat. At the same time, here we go again. That's for us, for our generation. For a newer generation, if you wanted the hardcore title back, you goddamn have it. It's literally the same thing. Anything goes 24/7. It's it.
What sort of brain dead valued friend out there would think that this is going to fix Raw?
Well, fix? There's
people in our Discord during Raw. Well, I got home after being out at the movies. People were literally saying that this is the most enjoyable Raw in a while, partly because of this title, and it makes up for last night being Money in the Bank.
Well, I mean,
I saw people saying stuff like that, and maybe it's like it's in the moment, and they're sure. But it's like, no, Brock Lesnar didn't ruin a 3-hour pay-per-view or 4-hour pay-per-view. And this silly title didn't fix a 3-hour show either. Or make up for that not bad pay-per-view. I'm just ranting right now. But
what a bunch of valued friends we have in the fucking Discord.
That's what we're here for. I don't know. I don't know.
Right?
Next. That's what.
Next. We have to move on.
Next. Did you want to talk about what was the thing that you talked about? And I said right before the show, and I was like, that's a good idea. Let's talk about that. I completely forgot.
The setting up for disappointment, but also like believing in the dirt sheets and stuff with the whole Massaro stuff, and there's
the Ashley thing. Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, that's a touchy one.
Because, fuck it.
Yep.
So that's actually a bad turn of phrase, considering. Ashley Massaro passed. If you had her in the death pool, there you go. None of us did, so ours continues. Yep. She was, 39?
39. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm 41, so, like, that's... fuck. She was in wrestling, 10 years ago and training for a comeback as of March. Has a daughter. And as the news stories came out, people were shocked. People were upset. Oh my God, how could she do it? She just sent out 300 fan letters to people. Mm-hmm. And then the news came out that she hung herself.
Yeah, well, that's how depression
during
works
mental
sometimes.
Health awareness. It's like she knew what she was like. This was well planned, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then news comes out the last day or so where it's, I believe, an affidavit, if I'm using the right term that they've used, where she alleges that during one of the trips in 2005 or 7, forgive me for getting the year wrong, but it was during her time in the WWE, which is only about 3 years,
Tribute
during
to the troops.
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, when they were actually going to the Middle East, they were in, again, I'm getting details wrong, forgive me, but it was Afghanistan or Kuwait or one, like it was the Middle East. It was one of the locations. And she was harassed actively, and at one point was essentially given as a birthday present to an army doctor who injected her with something that made her go numb, where she was aware but unable to move or scream,
What?
and raped.
See,
That's the allegation. Yeah.
That's the allegation.
See, this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yep. So
The details.
yeah. So then their on-staff person comes in and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute," and they scurry off before they can do anything, and they get her to a hotel, and she's able to tell, I think it was Maria, who was at the company at the time, exactly what happened. They end up having something wrong with her ticket, and she has to stay overnight alone as the rest leave her there. And she has a travel agent friend who managed to get her on a flight and get back home. And then when she's back, she actually tells the doctor, because the doctor's like, "What's wrong with you? I can tell something's up." Oh, and she also, because they were moving from base to base, couldn't administer a rape kit before they moved. So put that in the brain. Got back, and this is, again, allegedly. This is the allegation from apparently her words in the affidavit. I want to stress that. Then has apparently a meeting with Vince and others. I forget all the corporate heads, but it's names you know, where said what it was, and Vince and them said, "Do not go public with this. It will ruin our relationship with the military. We will handle it from here." And that was the end of it. And then a decade later, she has killed herself, and there is this affidavit apparently released.
And
The WWE has come out and said there was never any meeting. None of this was known about whatsoever. We deny this even was a thing, because if this was the case, we would have told the base commander and it would have blah, blah, blah. So they're vehemently defending it at the same time, like saying, "No, fuck no, we didn't say that." And yeah, so people are like, "Oh God, they're just going to cover it up." And, "Oh, she's making things up," and back and forth, back and forth. And it could be her lawyer is doing this shit because she dropped out of a lawsuit with concussion, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This lawyer of hers lost many suits with WWE, for the record, as well, and they've pointed that out. So, like, this is not a trustworthy thing. The whole thing, my point with all of this is, don't just believe the first thing you heard. Doesn't mean she's not telling the truth in that, and they're not trying to cover it up. But also, doesn't mean that that's true, and it's not the lawyer spinning something to make them look evil, because we've seen both sides where people attack WWE, be it the John Oliver thing or back and forth, where, yeah, you know what? It's right. You get guys like Ryback coming out afterwards and saying all this different stuff, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to believe just the first thing you hear. You want to investigate and think both sides. Like, and this is where I said, like, the Sasha Banks thing. But there's been stories about how Sasha Banks is with the WWE and wanted out and quit and all this back and forth, back and forth. And yet, Bayley's champion now and had a big payday and a big win and stuff, but she was part of that same stuff too. And but Sasha's this and that. We've literally heard nothing from Sasha or WWE about her status. So all these people in the know are the same ones reporting back-to-back posts about how John Cena hates creative and praises creative. It's fucking insane. Stop believing the first thing that fits your narrative. That's my rant.
yeah, yeah, that's the first time I heard the details on that.
Yeah.
So
It's like a horror movie.
yeah, it's pretty bad. I obviously don't know anything, so
And that's the point. Yes, correct.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how,
People
like,
can go on and be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they did that to her," and this and that. But you don't know. You're just believing one side
yeah,
who
it's-
has nothing corroborating it. And that's,
Yeah.
you are having the correct reaction, Bomber. Thank you.
Yeah, because people obviously, if they're against WWE right now, they don't like what the WWE is doing. They Vince is painted as this horrible person. Those people will instantly go, "Oh, I believe every second of that. That is definitely what Vince did. He's covered it all up. WWE's this terrible thing," and I mean, obviously there is a possibility that is the case, but
Yeah.
there's also a possibility that's not the case. But
It's a classic case where guys like Triple H is hated back in like 05, 06 era for burying everybody on the roster, but then he's beloved for creating NXT and treating everybody amazing and all these opportunities for those guys. And yet, if everything is correct, he won't return Luke Harper's calls, but will talk to Tyler Breeze all the time. And it's like, not everybody likes everybody. Not everybody's going to have the same story.
I didn't hear that about him and Luke Harper.
Oh, yeah, Harper said he wanted to release, and he's not getting any returns from Triple H.
Oh.
But again, is that true or not? That's what I read.
Why would he be calling Triple H? Is he in charge of...
He's an NXT alum.
Oh, so... okay.
He's trying to get some answers, and he's not even getting
okay. I was like, why would... Okay.
Right? But that's kind of the whole point. Like, is there truth to that, or is it just saying something that...
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard that either.
We don't know. But does it fit your narrative of Triple H is a good guy? No, it doesn't fit, so that can't be true. And people get that mentality in their brain and just go with it. Yeah. Even though, no, not everybody matches the persona that you've established from what you see.
Yeah, as far as the Ashley thing, obviously, I'm not going to take a side. I will just, if something happens, it'll play out, and I'll just watch it. I am not going to, as far as my stance on it, I'm not going to believe one thing or the other. That's something that's pretty crazy, pretty dark. Just let that one be is what I'm going to do. I'm just let that one play out.
Even if a smidgen of that is true, it really looks bad for the WWE. But I mean,
horrible.
Just gotta sit back and let it play out.
And the army dude or military guy, whatever he was, he's fucked
if he
too.
even was one, like and think of that. Like if you're anti WWE, they're monsters. Okay, well this fit your narrative. All right, well you shouldn't be happy for this either way. But if you don't believe in that and you're like, look, no, WWE, I like them. Oh my God, this is horrible. That can't be true. You've done the same thing. You're still assuming something based on what you are projecting onto it rather than what could be factual. For all we know, none of it is.
Yeah, and then you'll immediately see like a big group of people online on Twitter like attacking a dead woman.
Well, look at it this way. I mean,
it's happening with Moolah now. People are having all the allegations against her. And some others are like,
actually,
I know. There's proof. I know.
The allegations of Moolah are true.
I know. But some people, I saw Chael Sonnen post something on his own thing saying, "There's no one can defend her. She's a dead woman. That this is unfair. All these things they're turning into a pimp." And I mean, he didn't look any deeper into it. So he's assuming it's the same thing. It's a hit piece. It's like, no, if you look into it, you'll find stuff. This is such a new thing. They're still looking into it. It's literally going to be under criminal investigation.
I wish people would think about the fact that she has a kid and think about what she's going to, like, when she gets old enough to read this shit.
Yeah.
Well,
like it's the
Ashley's thing. Yeah. That's pretty.
Yeah.
But when you said she had a kid, it wasn't from that thing, was it?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
Okay. But you said she couldn't get to a rape kit and couldn't.
No, I don't believe that's the case. But let's Google.
If that comes out, let's just leave that until something like that is actually reported. Let's not speculate.
I'm not speculating anything. I was just asking if that was said.
I'm just saying, like, it's bad enough as it is.
Her daughter was born in 2000.
Okay, so
her
daughter's 19 then.
Oh, okay. Well, then especially think about what people are saying about her mother, because she's obviously online.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's disgusting.
But yeah, the stuff that you're talking about, Scott, that literally goes all. There's been so many examples. Even though you guys aren't the biggest fans of them, that all that goes exactly to the Enzo stuff too. All that was the same scenario, and that's why he's tarnished now for that stuff that he was found innocent for and everything. But
and yet Rich Swann had the same situation, and yet no, he got cleared. He's cool now. And he didn't beat his wife. Actually, it's okay. It was an overreaction.
Yep.
And he's a cruiserweight champion now. And for God's sake, Ric Flair was said to be in horrible condition. He was serious, and he's in surgery. All prayers go to Ric Flair. And then his son comes out and says, he's in a surgery that was scheduled. What are you doing?
Oh, Conrad? Yeah.
It was probably...
God bless Conrad.
This
Conrad
was planned.
Thompson.
Like, it literally was that. Now, it turns out, he's an old man. He couldn't recover from it. He still had to cancel his StarCast appearances. But it's like, no, this isn't like a sudden turn and, oh, God, he can't make it. He's pray for Rick. Like, thanks, but he's going in for surgery that was planned.
We're not saying what it is.
TMZ did this.
But I'm guessing it was probably something like stents or something they put in him.
Yeah, it could be.
I have no idea.
But it's that reaction. Oh God, this must be it. And people are still probably saying, "I heard Ric Flair was really ill last week." No, no, he wasn't.
He planned it. It was planned surgery. Yeah.
So that was a lot of WWE talk. I do want to squeak in some AEW if you guys got some time for that. Because their first show, we're talking history, is going to be made this weekend, Saturday. I don't know the date, the 20-something.
25th.
I got a clock here. Yeah, I'm professional. 25th.
Is it round like your 24/7 champion?
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now. Yes. So double or nothing. First ever. They got the TV deal. It's been announced. They're going to be on TNT. All that's coming. But this is going to be their first official event. All in, wasn't an official event from them, even though they put it on. So first of all, right at this moment, we are just a couple days away. We're going to start with Scott. Are you excited about the show this weekend? Yes or no? I guess to give you a yes or no first, just straight yes or no, and then you can elaborate. No, maybe. No, you got to give me a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay.
But we're talking like a 51 out of 49 percentage.
That's a higher percentage.
Like, am I more excited for a wrestling show than not? Yeah. So, but I'm not an elite fanboy, so it's not a must-see thing for me. That's why it's like,
Mm-hmm. But it's history, though.
I don't care.
Okay.
That doesn't do it for me.
Sure.
AAA tag titles are on the line. There's no title match. There's what history? It's their first show. Cool. They had a zero show with All In. This is their first with this name. I saw their first show.
Sure. Okay. All right. Lee, yes or no? Are you excited going into Double or Nothing?
Nope. Heroes of Wrestling was part of history as well. Just saying.
What the fuck is Heroes of Wrestling? That sounds familiar.
You don't remember that pay-per-view that was a total disaster, like at the end of the 90s, where they had like Jake the Snake came out fucking drunk, and they had Yokozuna like super obese, and they had like a match against like fucking Anvil Neidhart, and
I do not remember that. No,
it was a fucking disaster, like from top to bottom.
Oh, there's a Google search for you later.
Yeah, I was about to say that name sounds familiar, but I didn't I did not see that. Or
it was an ill-advised Money Mark situation where he got a bunch of old, washed-up legends from like WWF and NWA, and then it was supposed to be like Jake the Snake was supposed to have a match with like Neidhart or something like that, but he was so fucking drunk that they had to improvise and bring out like Yokozuna, and I think it was maybe King Kong Bundy, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And they had a tag match, which was just horrible, and Jake was so drunk he couldn't wrestle, and he was like using his snake as a phallus and trying to seduce women with it, and
This is pre-DDP. This is 1999.
Well, yes, I hope so.
Although Jake the Snake's still a piece of shit, by the way.
So, okay, I see what you're saying, but I hope you're not comparing AEW's pay-per-view to that.
No, I'm just saying it's also a part of wrestling history.
Okay.
He did say he's a money mark, and that's what he's called Khan as well. So there's Lee's perspective into there too.
He is. I don't care how many observers he's subscribed to in Red.
It's a better roster, obviously. It's got most of the guys from the All In, but it's also its own thing now. It's not the cool aspect of a Wild West where it could be anybody from any promotion willing to cooperate. No, it's literally just this. And yeah, AAA's involved, and New Japan might, maybe, who knows? But they already lost a match with Pac and Page because, again, you want to talk about people saying they know what's what. It literally, they filmed it in England, and it went to like a DQ, and that's it. The rumors allegedly, reportedly, say that because Pac is the Dreamgate champion, and they don't want him. Oh, sorry, Open the Dream Gate, I think is the title, or Freedom Gate.
Gotcha.
He's Dragon Gate, yeah. He's their champion, and they don't want him losing. The idea was, because apparently, I don't know how people know this, given how secretive that these elite guys are, because there's like 12 of them, but Pac was going to beat Page, but then lose to Omega, and Omega would be the new champion. He would win the AEW title. Apparently people know that. Okay, cool.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy, but I think it's Pac. Just
Pac, sure.
That way people don't listen to you and
I don't
this
know.
guy. Fuck this guy. Yeah, just
stupid name either way.
Just saying.
What the fuck's it mean?
Keep going.
It's because a lot of British people say it. It's Pac, so maybe I don't know that bastard. Which I like him. He's awesome. I saw his match with Pentagon. It was great. The Page match was fun, but people apparently know how it was going to go, and they didn't want Pac losing to Omega because he's not supposed to lose to anybody. That's the whole thing with Dragon Gate. So they pulled that. It was creative differences and this and this and this. And it's like, okay. And others, like I think Tigris was saying in Discord, is like, it's visa issues. Nobody is saying what it is. It's creative differences. And if it's this other stuff, cool. Who's the source? Is it the elite guys? There's 12 of them, and they don't tell shit. So how do you know that?
Yeah, apparently.
Sorry, I'm real mad about that right now.
No, you're fine. No, it's one of the big hot button issues right now. That's what's going on with before their first show even happened.
And that match is off of Double or Nothing, which was one of the big matches, one of the first ones they talked about. And it's gone. It's not there. And Paige apparently might not even be on it because the storyline now
I've seen a lot of
says
people
that he won't be there.
I've seen a lot
He's
of people
not allowed
say,
to be there.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say that was the number one match they were looking forward to too.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Sounds like a lot of valued friends behind the scenes.
And now, to the credit of the guys at Elite, because again, this is all like stuff I've read where this is the insider info, which I don't understand, because maybe with a company like WWE or Impact, you have moles. I don't understand how the Elite guys have like 12 or 20 people and have moles like that. Like, I don't believe that. But what apparently is going on is that the planning they're going to have from this is even better, because that's something they can work with going forward, because there's no hard feelings with Pac. It's an unfortunate situation. They can work with that in the future. It makes him look like a real prick, so it'll be cool when he comes in later. And it benefits them overall. Cool. That's, again, use an avenue and use it to your benefit. That's neat.
Yeah.
How the fuck do people know that? Because if people know all these things, where was the predictions of Brock Lesnar wins Money in the Bank? You don't fucking know all these things. It pisses me off that people predict this shit and happen to be right.
So, as far as the...
Sorry.
No, good. You're good. As far as the leaks and stuff, from what I heard people say is Dave was the one that, posted originally Dave Meltzer, that is, obviously, was the one that came out and said the creative differences. That was like his wording and everything. And apparently... Because I was like, well, I mean, obviously Dave is known, late, especially as of late. People's been shitting on him a lot. But people are saying that he is very, very close with the Elite guys, with Cody and the Bucks and all them. That his information is what they're saying is like they're saying his AEW insider info is like straight from those guys, is what a lot of people are saying. Whether or not that's
then
true,
you know what that is? That means that he's literally part of that, and they're releasing it to him. And it's all part of the plan.
I mean, could be. It could be.
Why else would they leak stuff to him knowing who he is and what he do?
Exactly, because a lot of people, like myself included, when this first came out, I was like, that's a work. That's not real. No way that this is going on this way. No way Pac, the very first show, I mean, some people are dickheads. Some people are just bad people. But no way this guy's got an ego that big, or it's the company or whatever. No way somebody is literally going to say, oh, he's not going to lose, or I'm not going to lose. You got to be the biggest motherfucking asshole to ever pull that off. And he might be, I don't know. I just don't see somebody doing that. I think it's still a bit of a work, and it's a bit of a, just like you said, maybe they're like, hey, this is what's happening. Get this out there, Dave. Maybe they're using him.
Involved. It's not him saying I won't lose. It could be Dragon Gate saying he can't lose. We don't want him losing to anybody.
Well, then
if that right? Like that could be it too. We don't know.
But here's the question: if that was the case, say that was the case. Again, this is me not knowing anything, just asking questions here. How would Dragon Gate have any say over Pac's interaction with AEW? How can they say unless he's under contract primarily with them? Like, hey, he's not allowed to lose on your show. Why would AEW respect that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, he wasn't going to lose at Double or Nothing. He was going to win.
Well, then what the hell is the problem now?
He can't lose to Omega later.
Oh, for the title?
Yeah.
Oh.
They didn't want him losing to Omega later, probably like all in time frame, whenever that'll be, like August, September. They didn't want him losing to anybody while he's the Dragon Gate champion. And he hasn't. That's been the gimmick. That's like Austin Aries. I win all the belts. That's what he's been doing. It's been it. And if he's got a thing like, look, you want to book this guy, this is part of how it works.
Yeah.
And that's what he says going in. Cool. Because maybe they booked all this and that wasn't the plan. Then it turned out, he's still going to be Dragon Gate champion when All In 2 happens. Oh, yeah, he's going to lose. No, we can't have that. And you get companies involved. And hey, guess what, Elite boys? This is the real world now. You got to deal with this shit.
Wow. Yeah, it's all fucking fuckety. That's what it is. It's all fucking fuckety. That's what I'm saying.
I'm angry like Lee. I don't know what's going on. Everything's backwards.
Hey, he went to his therapist and he's got everything worked out, or whatever we set him to. Yeah, as long as we paid for it, Patreon dollars.
I think all the I think we can safely call all the AEW fans.
Nope, I don't know where this is going.
Valued friends.
Oh, there you go. Good. I thought it was going to go bad for a second.
Here's the best part. Everybody who hated Money in the Bank, online, I say everybody generalizing it, but online, people like Twitter was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for AEW. It's going to be so much better."
Yes, that is
because they will watch something and dismiss it no matter how much they might have liked it, and they're going to praise this no matter what it is. Now, will it be better? Maybe. It has a fair shot to, absolutely. Yeah. But to just blindly say it will, AEW is so much better. They've literally had no shows yet.
That's just the culture that we're in. As far as the fans, because back in the day it was the same thing. Because you always compare with WCW and WWE. There's no matter what, it was always better. No matter what was going on, that's just the way it. I mean, we're in that, and even though I struggle with it sometimes too, we're just gonna somehow have to embrace it because. People are just, as you said, AEW marks, and that's just how it's going to be. And there's people that are WWE marks. The same thing.
And
they want
friends.
Our friends.
They're all.
But that goes to
friends.
the whole perspective of this thing. Like, I'm excited for the show. I was excited for All In because it was such a unique, interesting thing of this show that really, by rights, shouldn't exist, and it's a bunch of guys made good. That's awesome. That's cool. I enjoyed that for what it was. It was great.
Yeah.
Do you want to see promotion of that? Cool. Does that mean they're always going to be like that? No. That means they've got even harder work now to make it seem different. Because if they just do All In again, it's going to work this time, but you're already going to have people like me going, okay, what else are you going to do? And is that fair? No, but that's how it works. So I really look forward to seeing what they pull off for this, because I think they know that, like Cody and the Bucks. I legit think that they're smart enough to try, but I don't know if they can pull it off.
The show does have a lot of good things going for it. There's a lot of first of all, there's a lot of people that I have no idea who they are. I've never seen them before. And, I'm very open-minded as far as watching it and seeing what happens and seeing how it goes. But there's other people that I've never seen before, and I'm interested in seeing, like this Angelico guy. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He's an underground guy. I didn't watch much Lucha Underground, so I haven't seen him.
You didn't see him jump off the stage to the dropkick on the ladder?
I did not see that. I saw him jump off the stage for something, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, he jumped off the stage on a high cross body, then he did it again in a dropkick in some of the tag matches.
I saw
you've seen the clip.
I've seen
it's one of those. Yeah. He's good. He's fun, but yeah.
And he's partnered with Jack Evans, who I'm pretty familiar with, and he's a crazy daredevil fucking lunatic guy too. So, for example, they're facing the Best Friends, who I enjoy. The Best Friends, they're a good team. So, like a match like that's intriguing. But then you got like the 6-woman tag match with the Japanese wrestlers in there, and I don't know any of them or seen any of their stuff really.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just saying that is a match where I'm open-minded and we'll see where it goes, but I have no interest in that match. If that makes any sense.
They've got a ridiculously huge uphill battle, and Cody, like I said, he understands wrestling rather well. Lee might agree or not with me here. He actually understands, like, it's a buffet. Not everything's for everybody. You're going to have your hardcore stuff. You're going to have your Paige versus Janela match and your Omega versus Pentagon match and your Dick Druids. You're going to do everything because something's for everybody. He gets that part of it. But can he execute it? I don't know about that because his matches aren't always that great. He's got the mind, but not the ability. I know I'm shitting on Cody, and he's bland. I always find him very bland.
His big brother will carry him to something.
That is an interesting match. I never thought I'd be interested for that, but that will be a definite one.
I want to see Matt Zion do a run-in and kick Dustin right in his fucking face.
Yeah, Mr. Blocked on Twitter. Well, one of the many.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge Elite fanboy, so this thing is $35 for when I go to fight in Canada. It says $35, but the Canadian, that's about $50.
Okay, I was about to say it's $50 here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, for me, I'm not enough of a fanboy to do that. I might if I'm doing nothing on Sunday. I might get it.
It's Saturday.
or Saturday, whatever day. Not that I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh no, way. I might be able to. My plans normally on Saturdays are busy, but I might have this one. But either way, it's a free pre-show with the Battle Royal buy-in, where the winner is one half of the world title match later on.
Hey, you got your $50 right here. You got Billy Gunn and Glacier.
Yeah, and Jungle Boy I think is in that too. Okay. Now, yeah, big names. But it's a different battle royal because they like bring in 5 and then another 5 and like, oh, we're gonna make it different. And then there's a 21st because blackjack, right? Casino battle royale. That's their gimmick.
It's that is one of the matches that I am excited for. I'm always
and it's free.
That's a big deal. That to me, that's a big plus for the show for me, in my opinion.
Nope. From there though, like and Sean Spears, Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, he's in it.
Yep.
Like it's a big deal. It's not. He's really not. But can he recreate himself like everybody else has on the indies? Sure, maybe give him a shot. I'm open to that. But then you get the main pay-per-view card, and it's going to be 2 hours. I think their weekly show's 2 hours. This is probably going to be 3 hours.
Probably.
And I'm like, I don't know about the value on that, considering what you're promoting to me isn't like, oh, I got to see the Bucks. No, I really don't. I'm not a fanboy of the Elite, and they're the main part. So, and at least Pac and Paige would have been neat. Oh,
yeah. So I'm not a big Elite guy as well, but I still really do want to see the show, and I'm very excited for it.
Now, how is ordering it going for you so far, there, Bomber? Being an American with not being able to buy it on Fight, like that's a legit thing, right?
Yeah. Usually, I watch my pay-per-views obviously on my. I don't have cable. I just watch everything on my PlayStation 4, and I have Redhead 12, one of the JRPL members. He's coming over to watch the pay-per-view this Saturday, and I don't have a way to watch it on my TV at the moment. I actually have been told there is a way, but I was at a loss for a little bit because I usually watch it on Fight, and somebody said, "Well, it's on a phone app," and I'm like, "Okay," called Bleacher Report Live, and I'm like, "Well, I have company coming over, I'm not watching on the goddamn phone." We're not going to hover over my phone, and I'm not going to watch it on my computer. Obviously, I can get it on the website. I'm not going to watch it that way. But I don't have regular cable. I can't order it that way. I usually do it through apps, and the app that it plays on is not available on PlayStation or Xbox. So if I did not have an Amazon Fire thing, that I literally only use it for Kodi. I don't know if anybody is out there, you know what that means. It's like a roundabout way to watch any movie or TV shows. We'll just say that. It's a little roundabout way. That's the only thing I used it for. I've never used it for any apps or anything like that before. So somebody said that, I think it was Woody in the JRPL that said that I can use it through there. So I'm going to have to go on there and test it out and see how it works because I have never used that device for that before. So I do have a way to watch it now. But initially, I was kind of in a panic like, well, fuck, I got somebody coming over. What the hell am I going to do? It doesn't seem as easy or user-friendly as you would think.
Which is not good for show number 1 in America.
That's true. You said you guys are good.
In England, it's like 14 euros or something on one of their networks. They got a deal for that. And here, like I said, I can just buy it on Fight, no problem. But in America, their home base, that's not good. Because people are used to Fight for their indie wrestling. But no. They're a Turner Network thing now. They're going to be on TNT some night for 2 hours in the fall and stuff like which, don't get me wrong, that's a huge fucking deal. That's a massive jump ahead because Impact has gotten smaller networks as we go. And these guys come out and sold Turner on wrestling for the first time, as they even said, in 14 years? 18 years? So, this is a big fucking deal. And it's their pay-per-view is hard to buy. And
Impact is as I'd say they're not really an indie company. I mean, they're as small as one, but they're not. I feel like they're not. When I think of indie companies, I don't think Impact.
But they're alternative. But Ring of Honor and Impact are not indies, and yet.
And they're super. I've never had a problem watching any of those pay-per-views.
No. So with the fact these guys couldn't get on there is weird. Yeah. They can get on there, but there's now they got TV deals and shit, and it's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
But hey, remember when it was going to be free for Americans on YouTube, and turns out the report fucked up, and it was just the pre-show thing? Yeah, don't always believe the first thing you see.
Red
still
told
angry
me,
about
Red told me that. He was like, "Hey, we can just watch for free." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, watch it on YouTube." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
No,
yeah, I
the
didn't see
report
that.
fucked up.
Yeah, he came and told me that. So I'll ask then, Scott. You said you might watch it, depending on.
I probably will.
Okay, so Lee, I'm gonna ask you: are you gonna be watching Double or Nothing this weekend?
Sometime this weekend, I'll probably watch a pirated stream of it. Sure.
Oh God, here
But
we
I
go.
mean, probably not live because I'll be podcasting that night. But I don't want to miss Glacier clearing out the ring for 15 minutes and just knocking all comers out of the ring as they come in, because blood runs cold. It's the battle royal.
He's less of an elite fanboy than I am.
And I will say, Java Radio does not approve of illegal streaming. So
No,
just want to point
I hate
that
it.
But I do.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, and those are his opinions. So don't be coming at us.
I'm calling it right now. It's going to be Billy Gunn and Glacier. They're going to be the final two in the Battle Royal, and one of them is going to challenge either Kenny Omega or Chris Jericho for the AEW World Title.
There it is. So my question to you guys is, who is going to win that match between Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho? What are your thoughts? Lee, you can go first, I guess.
Probably Omega. Let's get real.
Now, so in their little setup, that would be 2-0 for him over Jericho.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the rumors now are out there that he was supposed to beat Pac for the title later. So are they going to go with that or change it to change it?
Yes.
To change it because we know it's fine.
So who do you think is going to win, Scott? Do you think it's going to be Omega?
Jericho makes it 1-1. They're not done with this yet. They've already gotten 2 years out of it. So
Yeah. I'm also going with Jericho here on the. I think I've been watching a lot of not the Elite show, not being the Elite, but the Cody Rhodes one, like the Nightmare Family. I don't know if you guys watched that on YouTube. To me, by the way, that is way more well done than being the Elite. Like the editing job is way better because it's not like the Young Bucks, but very entertaining. I actually have enjoyed those. The being the Elite ones building up to this show have not been as good as the All In ones, because I watched a lot of them building up to All In, and it was pretty good. I was on board, I was liking it and stuff, but I've been watching a bunch. Like I binge watched like 10, 15 episodes, I don't know how many it was, leading up to this. So I'm trying to get an idea, for our Jabba Radio Prediction League, by the way. Shout out, you need to go sign up for it if you want to be in this first ever show. And I have not really enjoyed being the Elite for this build-up. It has been very bad. A lot of people, to my opinion, when a lot of people are saying, "Oh, WWE's, their stories suck. This all sucks. They're just terrible. Like AEW's everything." And I'm watching these being the Elite things, and I'm like, dude, these are like fucking super cringe. And I'm like, I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching these during this binge session. I'm like, I'm very confused why so many people are saying WWE storylines and everything sucks, but I'm watching these guys who I know I'm gonna get so much shit for AEW fans, but these guys can't act. It's just super cringy. And
it's not the establishment.
I know that's kind of their thing
it's
too.
Cool and good. No, I'm with you, Bomber.
Yeah,
they like it because it's the good thing to like. We compared this before.
I'm not
to
hating
the whole
on it.
thing.
I'm just saying.
No, but it's the same
being
thing
honest.
as the reason why Call of Duty can be the most popular game franchise for year after year after year, and then suddenly it's the cool thing to hate. Nobody likes Call of Duty, even though it sells like mad.
Oh,
but
dude.
no one likes it. It's that mentality.
I
I like
like
the indie game over here, but that's the mentality. Nobody likes that. Everybody who says they don't like it, keep watching it. They keep watching WWE, even though they hate it.
Yeah.
Except for Lee and Matt, they got out.
Yeah.
But that's
fed
where
up.
it matters. Like they don't just say, "Oh, I hate it," and leave. No, they'll be like, "Hey, anything worthwhile? Cool, I'll check that out." That's I'm done with the product, and I can respect that. But everyone else, oh man, this show's stupid. They watch it every Sunday pay-per-view. They watch it every Monday and Tuesday SmackDown and Raw. Like it drives me nuts. So the idea here that this is so much better. No, it isn't. It's just different, and you're trying to convince yourself because you're on this team and thinking it's for you.
Yeah.
It's still a business. And as much as they say, you did it. Yeah, we did. The fans made this happen. But you lined their pockets, and now they're literally making it a massive, ridiculous company, which is a crazy gamble. But it's not like that you're going to benefit from it in any way aside from being able to watch it just like you could the other one. I don't get
Now-
the self ownership. Matt should have been here because he honestly
That's what I really
at All In had mentality of like, I've seen these guys come through. It's awesome to see them succeed. I'm proud of them. I'm like, why are you proud?
I really
I
wanted
get
him on
some
here for
aspect
that,
of it, but I don't. It's a weird mentality that it's weird. It's cool to see the thing you like succeed, but that's all that is.
I'm very the way I'm looking at it, I'm very I'm trying to be very non-biased. I don't dislike AEW at all. I don't dislike any of the Young Bucks or any of the Elite guys. I don't dislike any of them at all.
No, me either. Yeah, no.
But I'm a realist, and I've watched all the Elite stuff. Like I said, I've been watching all this stuff, and it's like I don't understand why people think what I'm watching is better than what WWE's doing. I'm not saying WWE's doing good stuff, because it's very obvious that they're struggling right now, content wise, and it doesn't scream like this is gonna save the world. And I'm not saying it's not. It totally could. I hope nothing for the best, but I'm just saying, I'm just being honest by watching. It just doesn't.
It's just blind faith.
That good at the moment.
It's blind hope and faith, and it is literally only that. And again, it sounds like we're really trying to crap on it here. We're not.
I know. I'm trying not to.
I've seen
but
this
I'm being
with many
honest.
other things before, and it's like, oh, you know what? This is how it's going to work. When it becomes big and established, people are going to turn on it because it's the cool thing to do. I hate all Elite Wrestling. The first people to do that will do that because they'll be able to say they were the first ones to hate on it. Oh, I didn't like it from the beginning.
Hipsters.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It will. It's probably already happened. People are probably like, "Oh, I'm so over all Elite." It's gonna happen during the show. It's not fair to anybody.
No, that's no way it does that. But Lee, I got to ask you, what would it take for AEW to win you over? Because right now, obviously, you're not as sold on AEW. What do you think that they could do that would win you over?
They'd have to do a show that's as good week in and week out as MLW's Fusion.
So are you willing to give AEW a try? As far as like watching the weekly shows whenever they get the TV deal and stuff like that.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I'm not excited, but I will give them a try.
Okay.
But I mean, you want to hear how much of a valued friend I am right now? Alexander Hammerstone just retweeted me on Twitter.
Okay, I unfortunately don't know who that is.
Professional wrestler.
Yeah, he's a professional wrestler. He's like Lex Luger, but he can go.
Also with a great name, Hammerstone. I've read his name.
I was about to say, I have not.
Fucking badass. He wears like a fucking red leather jacket.
Is he
and kicks ass.
old or new?
No, he's new.
Okay. I didn't know if he was like an older guy that I just didn't know about. Okay.
The Almighty Sheik follows me.
Really?
Joseph Samael. Yeah.
Well, look at this. This guy is fucking rolling in it. So, okay. I guess the last thing I want to talk about the show is what are the things that you are excited about for this show, if anything? I'll go first. I'll let you guys think. Like I said, the matches, I'm really excited about this Casino Battle Royale match. It's a new match style. I love Royal Rumbles. I love Battle Royals, and they actually have a new spin on it. And like Scott said, hey, it's free. That's a big plus. I don't have to worry about my my Amazon Fire thingy-mabob not working to see this match. I can just load up YouTube on my PlayStation and I guess load it, and we can watch it when Red comes over. But I really like the idea for a new match type that we've never got before in today's day and age. That's always a plus. I'm not familiar with Kip Sabian or Kip Sabian, or is it Sabian or Sabian? Sabian, I think. Kip Sabian.
I got the list here. Yeah, Sabian.
Yeah, and Sammy. I'm not good with Spanish names. Guevara.
Looks like Guevara. Yeah.
Yes. Again, these are guys I've never seen before. I've heard a lot of stuff. I would like to see how they do. I mean, I've never seen them in a one-on-one match. That is.
And that's a pre-show match.
Yeah, I've seen Sammy Guevara in MLW. He's not bad.
Okay. See, those are two guys that obviously people talk about, they're the future. I'd like to see that. Kenny Omega, Jericho, I think it'll be a good match. Not my most, hyped match for the pay-per-view, believe it or not. I am more hyped for the Cody and Dustin match. That is, to me, which this might be weird, but out of all the matches on the card, besides the Casino Battle Royale, which I think is probably the match that I want to see the most, the Cody and Dustin, I think they're going to tell a good story. Obviously, people are going to say Cody's not the best wrestler in the world, but these two guys are probably some of the better psychology working guys on the card besides like Jericho. So I think it'll be a good story match. It's not going to be the best, you know what I mean, indie kind of match. It's going to be a good story match, I think. The rest of the card, I know Lucha Bros are amazing. I love the Lucha Bros. The Young Bucks are good. I've seen a handful of matches from them. Unfortunately, not too much, just only the Ring of Honor stuff. But that's probably going to be the best, indie match on the card is going to be that one. So I'm excited for that. In that other tag match, Best Friends in the Angelico and Jack Evans. A lot of those matches, those are the matches I want to see. I'm excited for. Unfortunately, the other ones, they're just there. I'm open-minded. I'll let them win me over. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Like, the only other matches are the women's three-way, Baker, Rose, and Ray.
Oh, God, I got a problem with that one, by the way. I don't.
The 6-women tag, Aja, Yuka, and Emi versus Hikaru, Riho, and Rio. Mm-hmm. And then there's SoCal Uncensored versus Seema, T-Hawk, and El Lindemann. And that's the card.
The Chinese superstars, yeah.
Yeah, that's literally the card. Ooh. So it's like, that's not $50.
I'm not allowed to say superstars, am I? I gotta say wrestlers now.
Especially considering that the Battle Royal isn't even part of that, because I am looking forward to that one, but I can see that no matter what I do.
So many names I've seen for that. I'm really that Battle Royal to me it's funny because it's free, but the Battle Royale to me is my most hyped match for the pay-per-view.
Well, the budget Battle Royal from All In was so much fun because how ridiculous it was. And they even said during it, like, Punishment Martinez, Ring of Honor TV champion, going at it with Brian Cage at one point, the Impact X Division champion, and then the Hurricane gets involved. It was like, yeah, this is like, look, it's indie wrestling. Go. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Jordan Grace was awesome in that, and it was great. This one might. There's still 4 names unannounced, but
I think
none of these look like a world champion contender alongside Jericho and Omega.
We're allowed
Glacier.
Glacier. I've seen somebody say that they're top locking Glacier in the prediction league. They're like, I'm top locking Glacier. He's
smart move.
But honestly, here's my. We really didn't go through and do predictions because it's kind of hard to do that for the show like this. It's first show. So I actually think Hangman Page is going to be included in that battle royale, and I
can see that.
And I think he's going to win. I think that's what's going to happen.
Too bad he's in against Glacier.
That's right. Glacier's gonna fucking chuck him over the top.
It could be John Moxley.
There's a lot of people wanting that. I mean, we'll see. A lot of people think that it's gonna be just straight up Page versus Moxley. It would be. I would be super thrilled over the moon.
That'd be cool.
But yeah. I'm not gonna be that person that watches this show and goes, "Oh, we didn't get that? Fuck off. I hate it."
Yeah. No, that's what's going to happen. Oh, we didn't get the thing that I hoped would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can be disappointed over that, but you shouldn't judge the show based on that.
Those are the matches that I'm into. What are the, Scott, which ones are you excited for, the actual matches?
Probably the Lucha Brothers, because Pentagon can do no wrong, as far as I'm concerned. I've been saying that for like a year now since I saw him at the Lucha Impact thing last year and all the Lucha Underground stuff before that. Mm-hmm. He's awesome. He's never disappointing as far as I'm concerned. And he'll be good with the Young Bucks. I saw one of their PWG matches, I think it was. It's on YouTube. It's awesome. So that'll be good. That will be a fun match. Otherwise, like, Best Friends. But Angelico and Jack Evans are cool. And, I mean, looking at the Battle Royal, it'll be a fun clusterfuck in all the best ways, so that'll be neat. Cody and Dustin, yeah, story's good. Jericho and Omega, see, part of that was the fact of, like, it could never happen. And yet, here we go, we're getting it. And it was in New Japan, so it was like, everything about that was just so weird and different and unique. But now this is, like, in the company that one guy is the executive vice president of, and the other one signed. It's just a match now. It's lost a lot of that luster of what it is. Yeah, it's a rematch. Yeah, it's going to be good, but it's just a match. They're both on the same roster. It can happen whenever they want at any event now. There's a weird normalcy to it that I know is unfair, but it's there now, and that's the uphill battle they have. So it'll be good, but it's not a draw at all. Page and Pac was more of a draw for me. So that being gone is such a weird low.
I've heard a lot of people mad about, like, that was one of their most anticipated matches, and, like I said, yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. That would not have made or break. Well, honestly, yeah, if Page versus Pac was still on here and hadn't happened in England, it would be like, you know what? Yeah, that looks like a strong enough card for me. they lost a huge match. I think the first one they announced.
Yep.
So it's
Yep. And there's controversy around it too. So it's a really shitty
it's
situation.
very reminiscent of the old school ECW thing where you never know what'll happen. But I thought they had that kind of like addressed that, because for All In they were like, we don't want to really do that. We don't want to have it where you don't know what you're spending your money on. Mostly you'll have an idea and there's some stuff here and there. So they kind of went out there, I don't want to say like honestly, but you know what I mean. It was kind of like, look, we're putting it all out there.
Yeah.
This one, if that's part of their mentality, I'm not in it for the surprises. I do not have the belief in buying this product as it is, with the promise of maybe something on top of that. That does not work for me anymore.
I can respect that.
But if you were an Elite fanboy, I know I say that derogatory every time I say it, but for those guys, they're like it's that gif of give me like take my money. Have you
watched those things that I talked about, the American Nightmare show?
No. I've only watched a few. I watched the Cody interview. I watched a few things like the build up to Double or Nothing. I saw a couple of those, but it's like it would have been almost too much to not get me interested. It would have been like out of my system almost in a way. It wouldn't be building toward anything, and it's also so ham-fisted and fake. It's being portrayed as real. No, it's bad. Yeah. It's bad acting.
Well, it's not. It's definitely not as nearly as bad as being the Elite. But I can see why so many people are so hardcore into this by watching that show. It really leads you to believe like this is, it's said several times on the show, like this is a revolution. Like this is a real, like this is them trying to change professional wrestling. The way everything's done and manipulated, it shows really how hardcore they're trying to change things. And I can see why people buy into it no matter what. I can definitely see by watching that show.
And I can sum it up really here. That made All In a thing and permeated beyond to make everybody else take notice and go, oh, I want to see this. This is a thing. What's going on here? What have I been missing out on? Was that mentality, and they made that like a absolute destination event to watch and have. Okay, do it again. This doesn't look as strong as All In. So already it's a step below.
I agree.
And it's part one of everything. Like it's Double or Nothing. It's supposed to be like All In 2. That's apparently going to be their name for like WrestleMania is in September. But like,
is it? Okay.
That's okay. The rumor, it makes sense though. Call it All In 2.
Sure.
But this is not as strong. But this is supposed to be their follow-up. And they were saying it's got to be bigger and better. It doesn't look like it going in. And I have a huge problem with that. And also, this is supposed to be an event, a destination. It doesn't seem like that. It seems like show number 1 or 2, depending how you consider All In. It just seems like, here we go. Is it going to get better from there? Maybe. But
yeah,
I think that's really it. It looks weaker than All In.
I agree wholeheartedly that this card is weaker than the All In card. 100%. So Lee, same question. Are any of these matches exciting to you, jumping out to you? When you decide to bootleg the show or whatever, which one of these matches are you going to go watch like right away? Or if you might watch the whole show, I don't know, but like which ones would you go to first?
I'll probably watch the whole show, but SoCal Uncensored version versus these Japanese guys. This looks pretty good.
Hold on. They're Chinese guys. Just want to point that out.
No, they're all Japanese.
What? No,
they're all Japanese. They work for the Oriental Wrestling Entertainment promotion.
I was told that these guys are Chinese.
No,
they're from a Chinese promotion.
Oh, yeah. So they're a Chinese promotion, but they're Japanese interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you racist.
No, I was under the impression that they were Chinese. I thought you were being racist.
Yeah, well, now you know better, racist.
Now I there you go. I'm racist. There it is.
Yes, exactly.
So they're Japanese wrestlers with Chinese promotion. There you go. Continue.
Yeah, it's from the Oriental Wrestling and Entertainment, a Chinese-based promotion. Sorry. That's like saying it's going to be all the Canadian guys.
Scott, we don't call them Oriental anymore.
That's what their company's called.
No, don't do it.
Anyway.
No, but they're doing it. It's their word.
Anyway.
I learned this in sensitivity training.
Okay, I'll listen.
There you go. There you go. Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, go for it.
But yeah, that and people, you might think I'm joking. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the Battle Royal and seeing Glacier and Billy Gunn tear it up, show these guys how to actually work, and then I think it'll be fun.
I like how Billy Gunn's like a coach, and he's like in the match. That's hilarious to me. I love it.
Put me in, coach. He's
Yeah.
ready to
Yeah,
play.
he was a big part of the All In Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Don't
He was
forget,
probably one of I think probably one of the bigger names actually in the Battle Royal. As far as name recognition.
It was kind of fun in his last stint in New Japan too, because he was such a fucking style clash compared to everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is very weird to say that the match I'm most hyped for is the match that's not even on the actual pay-per-view. So that is pretty weird, but
if they put that battle royal on the pay-per-view card, it might be like, yeah, I'll buy it for sure.
I think this if it turns out good, it's a new match style and stuff. I think this could end up being like their Royal Rumble, and it's different. It's the same but different.
It's the whole gimmick of the gambling and casino and everything, and they're in Vegas for
good.
it. So
it's good.
It's good. Double or nothing, all in. Okay, that's a good thematic thing. Cool. They can't do it if they're not in Vegas, right? Presumably, like maybe Atlantic City.
As long as it's in a gambling town,
right?
Pay-per-view in Atlantic City, Jesus, that would be bad. So I will say this: I am more. I'm a very graphics-driven person and stuff, and I do like the graphics that they came out with this package, the graphic package they're using, and all that kind of stuff. The theme behind it with the betting and all that, I like it. I think it's a good themed pay-per-view. I don't know if they're going to try to go the WCW route with like Halloween Havoc and have like themed pay-per-views and stuff.
I'll say right now, I think they are, because Cody Rhodes is trying to trademark all those names.
Okay, well there you go.
So literally those names, like Halloween Havoc and Great American Bash.
Wait, how can you? Wait, Cody.
If it's not being used, he's going after them. He wants Fall Brawl. He wants those names. He's going for.
Wait, I thought WWE has those names.
If they're not using
they're letting them out of copyright.
Yeah.
Really?
If you don't use it, you don't get to hold on to it.
I would fucking nut over Halloween Havoc again.
He's going for it. Yeah, he's absolutely going for those names. He doesn't want to just like have that feel. He wants those names.
Vince is retarded for not doing Halloween Havoc. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it. He's stupid. Terribly stupid. So that's it, guys. Do you have any final things you want to throw out there as we head into the pay-per-view this weekend?
No, I got to get out of here. But I will say, we miss you, Owen Hart. Rest in peace, Silver King.
Yes.
And
I
love all of our valued friends out there.
I'm good. Thank you, Lee, for staying true to your word and going down a different path.
And yeah, it is 20 years to the day for Owen Hart dying.
Yeah, of us recording this. Yes.
Yeah, and Silver King from that heart attack in the ring.
Yeah.
A week or so ago. It's wrestling.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to head out of here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy Double or Nothing this weekend. I am going to be watching it, and I am going to be. I'm planning on some things for the YouTube channel. Once AEW gets going, and like they're having their own TV shows and all this kind of stuff. I think that hopefully we can maybe separate some stuff, because I think it's going to be, if it's going to be a full-fledged promotion like the WWE, like going in hardcore like that, I think maybe it deserves its own little thing. Maybe we'll figure something out. I'm just saying.
Well, it is going to have intermittent pay-per-views though, like Impact. It's not going to be monthly or anything crazy. So
okay, so we'll figure something out.
There is that, but yeah,
there's a lot up in the air. It is definitely, without a doubt, no matter which way you fall, like AEW or WWE. It's an exciting time right now, no matter where you are, on what side you're on. I will say that's for sure. So, for real, I'm wrapping this up, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Lee, Scott, thank you for showing up, and we'll see.
I consider you a valued friend.
Thank you very much. That means the world to me right now. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.